hobby hunters, Nilo's here with another speed build, and today we are doing Android 17. Kinda glad we pulled this one last week. It is another Dragonball build kit, but at least it's not a Goku. Hopefully we'll pull some other build kits or other figures that are not Dragonball in the near future. Anyway, Android 18 was one of the first build kits that I did, and it took a long while to get to this one. But yeah, Android 17, I think it's pretty cool, and I definitely needed to have this one in the collection. I actually want all of the build kits of Dragon Ball, and whenever something new comes out, I will definitely get it. Anyway, let's take a look at the box. This is the front here, and you can see he has the self-destruction device in there. You won't see that unless you take off the chest, of course. And as you can see, he also has the gun and the gun holster, which makes me think that this 17 is the one from the future, because 17 does not have the gun holster nor the gun in the regular timeline. So this is the one from the future. However, I'm pretty sure you can just take it off and have normal 17. Here's the right side with the model displayed here. Then we have the left side with the 3D version of the model right there. Then we have the top with the little Pokédex entry right here, a few other models right here, and all our warning labels right here as usual. And then we have the bottom displaying a few poses and features, and you can see he has his signature energy shield as well. So that's pretty awesome. Can't wait to build this one, so instead of just blathering on, let's just get right into it. And that is our Android 17 finally finished. We have a small amount of props. For example, this energy beam is even smaller than Vegeta and Trunks' energy beams. This is like the miniature version of those, while those were already miniature versions of Goku's Kamehameha. It's fine, I guess. It looks better than the newer Kamehamehas, but yeah, it's tiny as fuck. Then we have the energy shield here. He doesn't hold them, but you can see these two swirls in here. That's where his hands go when he's, when he's doing it. And it's on a stand. Not much to it. It's just a piece of plastic, basically, just like the other energy beams. Of course, we have the stand, and on that stand we have this belt, so you can put 17 on that stand. But as usual, these stands are a piece of shit. I don't have to say much more about it, so I'm probably not even going to use this belt. It's the same as Android 18, by the way. Then we have an alternative face, one where he's just neutral. I put the open mouth screaming face on him. We have two sets of hands and one extra hand. So we have the fists here, he has the open hands there, and we have this small little hand to hold his gun, which is now currently in the holster right here. Well, we can take that out. We just lift this little piece off, put that away. We take the gun out, and we put 17 right back. And then we put the gun in the hand. There's a tiny slot in the hand where the gun fits in. There we go. And his hand is already on the trigger. I mean, the finger is already on the trigger. And then we can just replace the right hand. There is no gun hand for the left hand, so that just means 17 is right-handed. There we go. And yeah, that's all the props. Then we have a few extra stickers right here. Eyes where he is looking to the left. Eyes where he's just looking straight forward, and then eyes where he is looking up. I'm not using these. I don't like the sticker eyes. They look much better the way they are like that, just like with Android 18. These are the only two that have these so far, I think. I think Asuna was the only one I used the stickers for because her eyes were blank. I'll replace the hands real quick for the articulation. So we'll start with the head, as usual. The head itself does not have much of a back tilt. His hair gets in the way all around. So not much of a back tilt and not much of a forward tilt, but his neck goes forward quite a bit. And his head is very loose as well, because the neck here, I don't know if you can see this here, but it goes inside his body. And there's nothing to kind of hold it in place. So if you want a specific head placement, like halfway through, it could happen it just falls down. And then for the twist, it's on a ball joint, so it should actually theoretically go all around, but once you get halfway, you almost twist the head off. Just because the head hits the scarf here, so it goes up here, starting here. When you twist, the head goes up, so it goes off the ball joint. So yeah, that's the head. Then we have the midriff here. There's a little bit of a back bend and a very small crunch. This goes back very little bit and forward also a little bit, so we can get a little bit more of a crunch that way. And he can bend sideways as well because of how well the ball joint in this section is. It also turns around a bit, but just like with the hair, if you twist too far, it just comes out. So there we go. Then we have the arms at the shoulder. It goes up pretty far, actually, like that. But you can also just twist it up like that, and it goes all the way around. And then we have
the shirt part here is separate from the white part of the shirt, and you can twist that all the way around as well. He also has an elbow, so you can bend it this far forward and just straight backward, so it doesn't go back a lot. And then for the hands, as usual, it's also on a ball joint, so it just goes all the way around. Because of the shirt, the hand does not get much freedom, so it's pretty limited in how far it can move. Right? Then let's move on to the legs. The belt, you can actually take it off as well. Like I said before, you just take off the upper body, you take off the belt, then you take off this belt, and you can put that belt back on, and you can put them back together. There we go. But then you would have this hole there. So I prefer to have it on. All right, the legs. If we move up the belt here, we can stretch his leg out like that, and then he can do a split. And it goes up pretty far on this side, but because you don't want to break this little peg here that goes inside his body, you can't go up too much, and this part where the gun goes in gets in the way. But you can also take this off. There you go, and then you can move the leg all the way up there. And as usual, the legs go all the way around, like that. You have to be careful though, just like with 18, the parts are a little bit fragile. However, 17's parts are less fragile than 18's. When I twist her leg, it just pops out. 17's doesn't. And it's also a little bit sturdier. So a lot of articulation on this part of the leg. Unlike 18, he does not have the double jointed knee, so his leg goes back this far and nothing else. And of course you see it doesn't go forward. Then the leg here does not twist at all, and the only thing that you can move is his feet. So they're also on a ball joint, unlike most of the other ones. It goes all the way around, and of course because it's a ball joint, it can also pivot a little bit and forward, but not upward, because the shoelaces get hit the rim of his boot. There we go. He didn't take too long to put together. It was about an hour with maybe a few 5-minute breaks in between, so I'm gonna say about 40 to 50 minutes max. He was a little bit easier than I remember 18 being. So as for difficulty, not much really. I didn't make any mistakes as far as I can tell, and overall it was pretty fun to put together. He looks pretty good, he looks pretty spot on, 17. He even has the rip in his pants right here, that looks pretty good actually. I think maybe because of Android 18 I had low expectations of him, but he actually came out better than 18. 18 itself looks good, she looks great, but she was a bitch to put together and she can't pose for shit either. You can see her sitting there next to Trunks. Anyway, let's do some comparing. On his feet, he is about 15 centimeters tall. So let's compare him to our standard Goku here. He is a little bit smaller than him. So he's about a head smaller, which is pretty accurate to the show actually. Let's compare him to Piccolo, who he fought against. Let's put him straight up and you will see he's actually a little bit taller than Goku. And then let's compare him to Cell, because Android 17 and Cell never really met. This is Cell in his Kamehameha pose, except for the leg. I couldn't get that right. And you can see Cell is a lot taller than 17 is. Let's put him next to Android 18, his sister. They are about the same size. I think 17 might be slightly taller, like a few millimeters taller than 18. But you can see they are mostly accurate. So Goku was definitely taller than him. Piccolo is definitely a little bit taller than Goku. And Cell, he's the tallest motherfucker I have, next to Broly. And yeah, I like this figure. I like that he's not falling apart, and I can do a lot of fun poses with this guy. So I might make a few snapshots and upload them to Twitter and Facebook and all that. We'll see. Anyway, it is time for our video for next week, so let's get our spaceship in here. There's a few new ones in there. So maybe we have a chance to pull one of those. Let's see. First we shake it, so it's random. There we go. Shaken, shook, and not stirred. And we'll take one out. One. Okay, we got one. I'm gonna put it here. Put the pot away. Let's see what we got. Next week is going to be the Rathalos Pop unboxing. Damn. I was really hoping it would be the Rathalos figure that I have, the posable figure, but it's the Pop Venal. That would be this one. The first Pop I unbox on this channel. But yeah, this is Ratha from Monster Hunter Stories. So that's for next week. As for this one, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please let me know in the comments below what you thought. Would you pick this up? Leave a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, bye.
It's already 3 o'clock, jeez. Should've started 3 hours ago. Oh, I wish I was a little bit taller, a little bit smaller, a little bit fucking less dumb. Don't fall off, I swear to Christ. Azuna, you are here temporary until I find something else to put there, because the ship is gone. Good. We can start. Again. Glad we pulled this one last week. It's yet another Dragon Ball. Glad we pulled this one last week. Yes, it's another Dragon Ball build kit, but at least it's not another Goku or another Broly. It seems that I have a lot of Broly stuff, and I just got a new one. It's not important. Come on, I'm starting to record and now you start to make noise? Are you fucking joshing me right now? But he also has the gun, which makes me think this is the Android 17 from the future, because and as you can see, he also has the gun and the gun holster, which makes me think that this 17 is... Alright, let's move on to the left side here, which is actually the right side. Let's move on to... And that is our Android 17 finally finished. I put him in a little T-pose there, just for funsies. I don't know. Fuck. We have a very small amount of extra props. We have this tiny ass energy beam, which is like a miniature version of 17. Then we have the arms at the elbow. My bad, that's the shoulder. And because of the shirt, it is gone. It is gone. He is a little bit taller as well, so about the same height as Goku, I think. Let's see. No. And I would compare him to Android 18 as well, but she's a bitch to pose, so I'm just gonna show her next to him right here. Alright, fuck it. Let's try it. Maybe a little bit taller than her, but it might just be that she's bent over a little bit because it's very... Fuck. Dumbass. Fucking... I can't fucking do anything without shit falling over.
Let's put him next to his sister, Android 18. Let's try to fucking get her upright. Try. There we go. Alright, let's put him next to his sister. Spread your legs. Can you just stand up? Like, look at fucking... There we go. I hope you enjoyed this video. Fuck. Android 17 standing there like... Subscribe, motherfuckers, I'll shoot you in the face. Look at Trunks sitting there lonely with his arm around the ghost. By the way, if you think I ship Android 18 and Trunks, I don't. I just shipped that Trunks with this 18. Because I didn't have Krillin yet, and they were both very, very lonely. He was always sitting in his spaceship, in his time machine. She was just standing there separately from all the others. So I put them together like that for funsies. I also wanted to make like a snapshot to fuck with Krillin when I get to that unboxing. What am I doing playing with this? Okay, let's finish this video.